The revelation of new information about Abby's gang is another significant improvement made to the original material by The Last of Us Season 2. The Last of Us show provides the group more humanity instead of maintaining them as the largely vicious characters they were at the time of Joel's death in the game, whether it's through Owen's desire to return to Seattle without killing Joel or the opening flashback from Season 2, Episode 1. The biggest example of this is perhaps Mel, who interacts with Dina in a composed and kind manner, expresses a great deal of regret, and even opposes Abby on multiple occasions during the episode. The roots for humanizing Abby's group later in the game are undoubtedly planted in The Last of Us Part 2, but they are not given as much attention as they are in The Last of Us Season 2. Abby's quest for revenge against Joel is the game's primary focus, and the player is abruptly and swiftly forced to confront the reality of Joel's death. This implies that, in contrast to The Last of Us Season 2, Abby's companions appear to be far less compassionate. Shortly after Joel's death, Ellie is kicked in the face in The Last of Us Part 2, knocking her unconscious before she wakes up in Jackson. This is enhanced in Season 2 of The Last of Us by focusing on the immediate aftermath of Joel's passing. In one particularly devastating scene, Ellie crawls up to Joel and lies beside him. Another picture, led by a powerful emotional performance by Ramsey, shows Ellie sobbing as she looks behind her horse as Joel's body is taken back to Jackson, bringing home the horrific fact that he is gone. Although the program executes it better, the difference in question is admittedly far more subtle. Ellie tells Joel to get up, as he usually does, in both of the death scenes. Joel's hand twitches slightly during the game to suggest that he is making an effort to pay attention to what she is saying. Joel makes a more noticeable effort to get up in The Last of Us Season 2, Episode 2. Pedro Pascal portrays the struggle within him so well, but Joel never even considers getting up to fight Abby and her companions off. Joel raises his head a little and attempts to press his hand to the ground, but he can't. This scene in the TV series, which barely edges out the game's attempt to display the same excruciating quality of fatherly love, better captures Joel's need to get up for Ellie. Although I acknowledge that this may be because I played the game before viewing Season 2 of The Last of Us, I believe the former made Joel's death seem more shocking. Players are thrust into the game as Abby gives very little information about her past, and then, after several hours of regular gameplay, Joel is brutally murdered in a brief sequence. After committing the crime, Abby and her friends remain hidden for the following 10 or so hours of gameplay. Season 2 of The Last of Us has already given away more information about Abby, the WLF, her connection to the Fireflies, and her motivation for wanting to kill Joel than the game did at that point. Before revealing the truth and making players sympathize with Abby, the game decided to keep Abby's objectives a secret for several hours in order to increase the impact of Ellie's revenge arc. Joel's death, though still shocking, was less shocking because The Last of Us Season 2 went in a somewhat different direction by disclosing much more about Abby much sooner. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, like, and share my videos for more.